Philippe Swiatek
Première chose à rentrer sur le
only
tour
2 days
en quart
ago.
de finale Open d'Australie cette année, 18 titres en carrière, médaillée de bronze aux Jeux Olympiques de Tokyo. Elle est ukrainienne, Elina Svitolina.
Married to a Frenchman, Gaël Monfils. Trying to keep the Ukrainian flag flying here in Paris as she takes on possibly the toughest assignment on a clay court in women's tennis. Four-time champion, and she continue the win streak here.
Elle s'opposait à celle qui a remporté 5 titres en Grand Chelem, donc 4 à Roland-Garros. La triple tenante du titre, la polonaise Iga Swiatek.
Defending champion. And she pulled it off once again. Under sunny skies here in the southwest corner of Paris. Quarterfinals Tuesday. Will be the 13th seed against the 5th for a place in the last four.
De rêve, la Fédération française de tennis, soutenue par Mastercard, invite de jeunes licenciés à accompagner les joueuses et les joueurs sur les grands cours. Et ici, ce sont Chloé Vamos et Thiago Isseta, licenciés au tennis club
round of 16 matches
dans la Ligue Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, qui ont accompagné les joueuses.
Piachi. Acting on the Philippe Swiatek, we've seen quite a lot of him at this tournament.
Hi, we have the guests for the coin toss. We take a picture with them after the coin toss. So we play with same condition as in previous match. The shot clock will be on the big screen here and there, with 2 more at the net. We have boxes for towels in every corner with the stickers orange or gray. Elina, you have the orange towel, you take the orange box. Iga, the other one. And the coaches are sitting here and there. You have any questions? So it's going to be 10 or stadium. Tiens, tu prends la pièce et tu la jettes. It is 10. Serve? Okay, you take the picture with the kids on this direction, please.
Youngsters again who are selected from tennis clubs around France, doing a very good job.
Thank you.
And I wonder where they get to watch the match from. They've got a special seat, and they've given a lunch here and had a full day out. It'll be lovely for their parents as well. Blustery conditions as the players walked onto court, and well, Elina Svitolina might be slightly still dreaming that she's in her 4th round match, because she saved 3 match points against Jasmine Paolini, but back she comes for a 5th appearance in a French Open. Excuse me, I'm not allowed to say French Open anymore. It used to be the French Championships. Roland-Garros quarterfinal. I have to put a pound in the charity tin for every time I say it.
It's okay. You corrected yourself. Yeah, but what a consistent player. And I mean, even when she's match point down, you know she's going to fight. And so I'm sure there have been numerous times, more than against Paolini, where she's been able to fight her way back. I think that's one of the strongest parts of her as a player, is you know she's just never going to go away. And she fought hard in that 4th round match against Paolini. Incredible comeback, really.
Yeah, no, it certainly was.
3 minutes, 3 minutes.
Tie breaks. This year's championships on 4 from 4. That might get handy if these get tight out here. Well, the toughest assignment, isn't it, on this court? Playing Iga Swiatek. Once again, is back in a marquee match here. Celebrated her 24th birthday at the weekend. It's strange to see her at 5 in the world, but hasn't had quite the results this season. Her last title came 12 months ago here on the Philippe Chatrier. She beat Jasmine Paolini for her 4th title. It's a strong year by most standards. Nothing compared to what she's produced here in Paris. Only been beaten on 2 occasions. Simona Halep debut in the 4th round, and then by Maria Sakkari of Greece a couple of years later. Had to work quite hard to get through here, particularly in that 4th round match, and lost 8 of the 9 opening games, and did very well, didn't she, to come back there, because Rybakina really was playing some of the best tennis we've seen in some time.
Yeah, she was. That was a tough contest, but one that Swiatek was very pleased to get through. She felt like Rybakina was just playing too good, and for a while didn't really see how she could turn that match around. But it was about just her fighting hard. She said that was a good challenge to get through. That's only going to help her. She almost said she needed a match like that to gain confidence. She's working with this man, Wim Fissette, now for a while, who actually, she said he helped her in that match against Rybakina, just giving her a little bit of advice. Of course, coaching is allowed, and didn't realize how much that actually would have helped her, and particularly in the return, because we know Rybakina has such a strong serve, but in the return just gave her some advice to stand a little bit further back, and then that's when things started to shift in her direction.
They love their champions here, and I think there'll be fairly even support, though, particularly with the Svitolina family connection.
30 secondes.
L'arbitre chef de la rencontre est français, Monsieur Pierre Bacchi.
Yeah, I think the crowd's going to be interesting, because she's going to have some of the French support. She's gotten support, of course, with her, love of her country, with how things are right now in Ukraine. But also, Paris has quite a bit of a Polish community too. So yes. I don't know. I'm going to see this. There's always Polish fans following Swiatek around. But
there is a very large Polish diaspora, isn't there?
Yes.
Fin de l'échauffement, end of warm-up.
This will be their 5th career meeting. I've hopefully got the numbers right this time. And Svitolina only went on that one occasion, and that was at Wimbledon a couple of years ago on her run through to the semi-finals there. But their recent meeting came on the hard in Miami. Swiatek winning a tight first set and rolling through the second. They did play on clay, but that was 4 years ago in Rome. Again, it was the pole winning on that occasion. Andrew Bettles, the Englishman, is back in the coaching seat for Svitolina. And Gael Monfils back also in her player box. Couldn't see him there at the morning after the PSG win in the Champions League final. I think she gave him a pass for that one.
Première manche au service, Iga Swiatek.
On a 25 match winning streak here in Paris, absolutely extraordinary. How does Svitolina hurt Iga today?
Well, I think that point right there is a good indication she's going to have to find that depth. Anything that lands short, I feel like Iga is one of the best at getting up on the ball quickly, especially forward into the court. So that depth is going to be crucial for Svitolina. And she's going to have to maybe go for a little bit more. She has to take more risk maybe than she has leading up to this quarterfinal. I think any time on the ball, I think she's got to try and put a little more pace and power behind her shots. That is one area where I feel like Svitolina has improved. I feel like she has gotten more pop off the ground recently. She's done a lot of work in the gym physically to get back into really good form.
Yes, back in October of 2022, Svitolina gave birth to their daughter Sky.
She's all over that return. Great return from Svitolina.
That really has been the theme, though, hasn't it, for this tournament? I watched her opening match on the Suzanne Longland, and I don't think I've ever seen her quite so aggressive. So just throwing everything at here. Got an early chance to get off to a fast start. It's an 11th Grand Slam quarterfinal for Swiatek. She's won 7 of the 10 that she's played. And has gathered rather a lot of experience at this level for someone at such a young age.
Svitolina try and take more pace off the backhand, just rolled it cross court because of Iga's court position, but Iga is so fast. She adjusts so well with the feet. Svitolina's always had a very strong backhand. I would say overall in her career, that's the more solid, sound side. But the forehand is the one that she's actually trying to unleash a bit more. And that's what we're talking about, her trying to be more aggressive. And that's the side that you can really see. She just puts her whole body behind the shot. Just getting a lot more pace on the forehand.
Avantage, Swiatek.
Ball really moving around in the breeze. Tough opening service game for the defending champion.
Premier jeu.
They're both really well played in here, aren't they, after 4 matches, and particularly their round of 16 encounters, both out on court pretty much around the 2.5 hour mark.
They're both physically so good, I think. We think about how much time they've been on the court, but I don't think that's going to be too much a factor for either one. And just looking at the shots from both players, how strong they are. Iga pretty much stronger in every single category. The serve is similar, spot on, exactly the same number. So that's going to be huge for Svitolina in this match.
Yes, those numbers out of 10.
Au service, Elina Svitolina.
Always gets a pretty high score, doesn't she, Iga, off that forehand wing.
Oui, please. Quinze à 0.
Not quite sure how Elina extracted herself from all those match points a couple of days ago on this court against Jasmine Paolini, last year's runner-up. Saved a couple of match points, 5-4 down in the second set, and then again in the breaker, second set breaker, and then ran out the third.
I would feel that would only like boost her confidence a little bit, knowing that she toughened through that match. Very different opponent today, though, and Swiatek just brings a different style, different type of ball. Jasmine was trying to be so aggressive. She hits a little flatter. Swiatek has that nice heavy forehand.
45.
A couple of years back, after maternity leave, returned to the tour about 6 months of having her daughter, and she has had one of the most successful comebacks actually of the tennis playing mums out there within really months, back in the world's top 20.
Un jeu partout. Quinze à 0.
Yeah, interesting change up on the serve. A lot of slower serve as a first serve from Swiatek. An area of her game that she's constantly trying to improve. She doesn't get the most powerful serve amongst all the players, but her accuracy has definitely increased, gotten better. She's hitting her targets a little bit better.
It has been fascinating watching her evolution as a player. Remember her watching her win the juniors at Wimbledon 7 years ago. And then her debut here, and she made it through to the 4th round. Hasn't looked back since then.
40-15.
Confident service game. Really good start to this second quarter-final.
Swiatek mène 2-1.
What do you feel the results haven't come this year for Swiatek?
That's a good question. I think just dealing with a lot of expectation, and she's always been good at that, but then your opponents start to maybe find your patterns and your rhythms out in the court in the competition. And I think I think also I feel like she plays with such intensity, and she's worked so hard on so many things, and sometimes I almost feel like I want to have her relax a little bit more. We were talking about Sabalenka, the laughing and stuff like that. I feel like I want to see that more from Iga, and sometimes when you get too tense, that can catch up with you, in my opinion.
Reprise. Prenez vos places rapidement, s'il vous plaît, derrière les joueuses. Merci.
Ranked at 14 in the world. She's the 13th seed, playing her 13th Grand Slam quarterfinal. If you were if you were superstitious, you wouldn't be happy with the amount of 13s that are crossing her path. She worked with Andrew Bettles, who is a former, he's an Englishman, he's an English literature major at Boise University in the States, and he started off as her hitting partner many moons ago. And actually she's training in France quite a lot, but when she was training in France back in 2017, 2018, not far from here actually, at Port Marly. Then she stepped into the coaching shoes, and then they had a break. And she wanted him back last year when she split from Ramon Slaughter, who sort of masterminded the first phase of a comeback because he could slot straight into the team. They knew each other really well, and it's going okay. Yeah, that's comfortable for Swiatek.
It's so much about a comfort thing, I think, too. Just being, that's what Sabalenka did as well, when went to someone that she knows that knew her very well. And I think you have to have someone that you feel comfortable with, that because you have to have those open, honest conversations. And if you're not comfortable hearing what you might, I mean, players need to hear what they might not want to hear in difficult moments. And you have to be willing to have a close relationship and understand each other well to have those, I think, difficult conversations. And to get the support, too. I mean, when you know you have someone in your box that backs you, that believes in you 100%, you need that when you're out there on the court by yourself.
Well, had a single opportunity to break the defending champion in the opening game of this set, but Swiatek now on the march here. Didn't need a second invitation.
Swiatek mène 3-1.
Svitolina is trying to bring it, and just Swiatek moves so exceptionally well off the ground. I mean, you have players, a lot of players that are quick on their feet. Svitolina is one of them as well, but the way Swiatek moves, I mean, she is just so balanced from so many positions, and she gets over to the ball so quickly. Yeah, if you just watch her off the ground, you rarely see her on the stretch. She's willing to give up court to make sure she's in good position to hit with so much strength off the ground. Lost control of that one.
What exactly do you mean by giving up so much?
I was
court?
wondering if you understood.
Yeah. No, if you can clarify, that'd be great.
So sometimes when you move off the ground and you're on the stretch, sometimes you're worried about the next ball. So you're not quite getting in the best position possible because you're worried you're leaving so much court open, but she doesn't worry about that. She makes sure she keeps as well balanced as possible.
30.
It's a good battle here from Svitolina. Was able to, a couple times just to get Swiatek late on the forehand, and that is one area that I feel like could improve if you were going to be picky about her game. If you can rush her on the forehand side, sometimes she can get late and lose control. And that is a reason why Swiatek is so good on the clay, because she does have more time on the forehand compared to other surfaces. She felt like she drifted backwards off the baseline so far that Swiatek tried to put a little extra depth on that one and just a bit too much.
Avantage Svitolina.
Sort of a heave-ho forehand. The champion. It's opened a little door here. Svitolina to get back in this first set. Broken in her last service game. She's made it.
I like that Svitolina went after it, though.
Égalité.
Good aggressive point, just maybe a little short on the return.
Avantage Svitolina.
Both break points.
Égalité.
Look at a second serve. Timing's not quite as natural as it on that wing as it is on the backhand.
Avantage Swiatek.
Just knowing opportunities that Svitolina's had right now, just a little frustrated.
Égalité. Avantage Swiatek.
Svitolina will be disappointed with that, and I think just surprised with the shortness of the previous ball from Swiatek. So was trying to backtrack after that, just worried about the next shot with the depth.
Conditions on the Châtre not completely straightforward, given the breeze bouncing around the stands. That's a wonderful point. With a delightful finish.
Yeah, really smart. It's really the first time that Svitolina has been able to get Swiatek off balance and moved up in the court very quickly. Good disguise. She was so far back. Swiatek, no chance. Drop shot was perfectly placed.
With juice in this game.
Avantage Swiatek. Swiatek.
Swiatek maintains her break advantage and moves out to a 4-1 lead in this opening set. What sort of mindset do you believe it takes to win a Grand Slam quarter-final? Because there's very few players left in the locker room. You know, you can almost feel the trophy, can't you?
I think being consistently present is what I would say. I think it's very easy when you get to this stage to, in the middle of a match, I think is what I'm talking about, to get ahead of yourself. You can't even have any sort of lack of focus at any moment. The intensity, and I think it's worth saying that the intensity is not easy to keep high the entire time, but you have to have those stretches where you just have that 100% focus and mentality, and again, just being as present as possible.
Fabulous finish, which took a lot of work.
0-15.
Svitolina trying to stay on top of the baseline here and not get pushed back too much to try and rush Swiatek, but Swiatek just stayed with her the whole time. Not by much. It's still a good strike on the ball from Svitolina.
Yes, there's a lot of first sounds out there, aren't there, with
Yeah.
Swiatek and Svitolina.
Quinze 30.
Swiatek eyeing up the double break now. Been an awful lot in it. I wanted to say on the end of that sentence, despite the scoreline, there's about 6 points between these two in this opening set. And Svitolina, with all her experience, 30 years of age now, the oldest left in the women's draw, will know that she's not far away, really.
Gosh, she dropped in. I think she thought with the flight of the ball it was going to drift long. Great pressure. smart point from Svitolina. Just kept trying to target that forehand side.
She got to be brave here and do what
Yes.
she did in the earlier rounds and try and find a way forward, although not as easy in this company.
I think so. I mean, I think she's trying to take more of an aggressive stance. Too good. Yeah, I think she does realize she needs to take more risk and try and get forward. And I think another option, which is not the easiest thing to do against Swiatek either, is to, I think the use of the drop shot is a good tactical play. Try and bring Iga forward. I think that's one area of Iga's game that she's not super comfortable at the net. But again, not easy to do with, you know, how much power she brings off the ground.
Égalité. Avantage Swiatek.
Second serve slipping into the service box at a mere 134 Ks.
Égalité.
It's interesting from Swiatek, just 2 in a row where she just pulled up on the ball, just trying to guide it in the court.
Three break points have come and gone.
Avantage Swiatek.
I think it's helpful for Swiatek, her style of game, that she likes that inside-out backhand return. It's a very comfortable return for her into the weaker side of Svitolina. Yes, so frustrated that she's not getting a ton of first serves in this game.
Swiatek. Swiatek mène 5-1.
Well, the scoreline a lot more comfortable, really, than what we've seen out here in terms of the actual tennis. We're very aware of that fact.
You almost feel like it could be 3-all right now.
Has the double break and we'll serve to close out this opening set.
Delgos.
Good spot down the center of the court.
15
Catching Svitolina running into the ball. And that miss is just pressure. The pressure to feel like if you don't hit the highest quality shot, Swiatek with the way she moves and how she can counteract that pace, you potentially could get into trouble. It's just added pressure on Svitolina.
Some very good game management out here from the defending champion. Swiatek at set point.
She'll
certainly take a rather straightforward opener, and she wins it by 6 games to 1. Ideal conditions today, they're a little breezy. You can see where we are in relation to one of Paris's most famous landmarks. It'll be interesting to see how Svitolina comes back in that second set, because all she really talked about after the Paolini match was how was she going to recover.
Yeah. She's so fit. I mean, I think that's one of the areas that I've been so impressed when she came back after giving birth a couple of years ago. Also had surgery in September and had to recover from that. I just feel like she's done so much hard work physically that I feel like she would have bounced back. But maybe, you know, with the added nerves and the tension, sometimes that makes a difference physically. How you feel, and Swiatek was just so dominant. That second serve was really hurting Svitolina. It was way too many second serves that she put in the court, and not winning very much when she put the second serve, and quite a few unforced errors. 10 winners from Swiatek to only 4 from Svitolina. Closer than it looked, but in the end, Swiatek just stronger.
En reprise. Deuxième manche au service, Elina Svitolina.
Let's do open up this second set.
(15-0).
Does she twist or bust here? when she won the girls' singles 15 years ago in her early years on tour. She was a great counter-puncher, hardly missed a ball. Sat deep behind the baseline, used her speed.
30-15.
And consistency, particularly in her early years out on tour, got her up the rankings and into the world's top 10. And she's evolved as the game has become bigger, with heavier hitting. So she has that in her locker, and it is interesting how much all her average ground stroke speed, serving speeds are all up since she came back from having her daughter. She's a much more aggressive player.
Well, it's interesting too, because I think being away from the sport can give you a different perspective. And I think when she was away, she was watching all these players excel and get stronger and better. And I think that's an area that she's always wanted to get better at, is adding more pace and power off the ground. That's why she worked so hard in the gym as well. Just wanted to overall get stronger, Svitolina.
But 17 unforced errors in one set for Svitolina.
I know.
She would have gone through, she probably made her first quarterfinal here. I doubt she made 17 errors all the way through to the last 8. That was back in 2015. Gosh, a long time ago now, 10 years ago. Lost to Anna Ivanovic that year. Clever.
40. Avantage Svitolina. Svitolina.
Ideal start. The Ukrainian, a successful player in her country's history.
Deuxième manche.
So important for Svitolina to get on the board there. I was surprised, I think, in the very early on in that first set that she was getting frustrated and showing the frustration. So nice to see her get more level-headed in that game. Good strong start. And let's take a look at the defense of both players. Swiatek higher in that category as well, just winning these points 55% of the time when she's been on the move, and Svitolina below at 30%, and Swiatek way above the other players in the draw. Clever, just to wait for Svitolina to choose a direction. Nice angle off the court from Swiatek.
She's like that ad-court kicker today, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
30-15.
Svitolina got the opening set against Paolini. She's well versed in the arts of the comeback.
Let, premier service. Trente.
Keep an eye on these double faults. Only her second of the match, but she put one in her last service game while serving out for the opening set.
Yeah, safer serve there into the middle of the service box with not a lot of pace. Interesting, Svitolina was completely unprepared for that. Just sliced it, chipped it back into the court.
Swiatek. Un jeu partout.
Something we've touched on a few times is what it takes to win against the best players at a slam at this later stage of a tournament. And Svitolina, well, I mean, she takes out top 10 players for fun. Over 40 victories against the best in the world.
30-0.
The win against Paolini a couple of days ago here on Swiatek was only the second time she's beaten a top 10 player at Roland-Garros. So there's quite a drop-off. What is she? She's 2 and 5. The 2 from 7 here. And there's quite a drop-off in her win rate at slams against the best.
Yeah, I mean, she's proven she's capable of doing it, and she can do it at big events. But this is also, like you mentioned at the beginning of this match, the toughest task against Swiatek, who has been so dominant at this event.
On this court.
On this court.
3 times a Grand Slam semi-finalist, Svitolina. Oh. Whoa. Draw a veil over that one. Love hold. Svitolina, the 13th seed.
Reprise. Zéro 15.
And she finds something here. Not a lot has gone her way.
Zéro 30.
Well, almost on every second serve, Svitolina's been inside the baseline, just showing Swiatek that aggressive position. And most of the double faults Swiatek's thrown in have been long, just trying to put extra pressure on Svitolina, trying to put extra on the ball in the second serve.
It's well worked.
15-30.
When Swiatek's forehand's on, she feels like she can do anything with it. We're talking about the heaviness that she can get that's so effective on the clay, but she really changes direction extremely well too. She feels like she can hit her spots from that wing. There's a slight hesitation. She was running up to the ball and then hesitated and then ran forward again. Just indecisive from Swiatek.
Pretty tough to hit this one. There's the hesitation. Pretty tough because as it's dropping, it's accelerating. Made it a much more difficult shot. Well, she's had 3 from 3 break points so far in this quarterfinal. Svitolina with the break.
Svitolina mène 3-1.
See, I like that short slice. I don't know if she meant it to be that short. I think she was just trying to change it up, but I think it brings Iga forward, and I don't really feel like she wants to be in that forecourt. Like, she wants to backtrack, and that's why she made the mistake. She's already wanting to get back behind the baseline.
Zéro 15.
There's just a sense this is a different Elina to the one that was on the court a couple of days ago against Jasmine Paolini. There was a lot more fire
0-30.
and positivity.
Do you think, you mentioned the recovery from that match, do you think physically it's affecting her? Because sometimes if you're physically tired, it can affect you mentally.
It's more like it.
Good, yeah.
Well,
15-30.
it's something that she spoke quite a lot about in the press conference, about the recovery and making sure she recovers and getting ready.
I mean, honestly, I've never seen her get tired in a match before in my life.
Good point. Had a good run in here on the clay. Won in France, in Rouen, WTA 250. That was her 18th title. Svitolina, and then semi-final in Madrid, lost to Sabalenka, and then a quarter-final in Rome, edged out by an American, Peyton Stearns. She was in tip-top form coming in here. This is what the best players always do. They always have very good numbers out of getting the immediate break back. No one was better at that than Serena Williams back in the day. Svitolina not able to consolidate the break. And Swiatek does not let her get away. We're back on serve in this second set. Since you stepped away from the game, Jill, what's been the biggest change in women's tennis? So we're talking about sort of a decade or so?
Yes.
You played a long time.
I did play a long time. I think a lot. I think definitely the power. I think everything. The power, the speed, how quick everyone is off the ground is absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. But you almost had to increase your footwork because everyone got more powerful and started hitting harder and harder. I think also since the technology has changed quite a bit, it's easier to get spin. That's why you're seeing some players be able to hit the heavy forehands like a Swiatek. We just saw it in the first quarterfinal earlier today with Jen as well. And so
we could have done with those strings.
I definitely could have used that help, yeah.
A slightly more powerful racket as well.
Hard place. 0-15.
Swiatek taking her time here, running the serve clock down. She's got this lovely expression. She says when she's playing well, she knows that the ball is listening to her. Swiatek, I don't know. I think it's listening to her some of the time, then ignoring her at others.
Did she expand on that
no,
statement?
but I just thought it was a lovely line.
Yeah, I would love to know exactly what she meant by that.
I
The
think
ball is
probably,
listening to her.
I think that's probably her. In Polish, she probably would have used a different expression. I thought it was quite charming. I
like it. I do like it.
I felt it meant that the ball was doing what she wanted it to do. But I just thought that was a really charming expression.
Nice, yeah. I like how the translation sometimes make it so much nicer, I think.
Well, the ball certainly does listen to her well in Paris, doesn't it? On currently a 25-match winning streak here at Roland-Garros.
Swiatek.
The most comfortable hold of the second set.
3 jeux partout.
Well, I really do feel like Svitolina is playing some good tennis, but it's in spurts. It's not consistent across points, games. I mean, obviously she was up a break and Swiatek has fought back well, but sometimes I feel like she plays such a good aggressive point and then a couple quick mistakes on the return. Oh, it's good pressure there from Svitolina. Just rushing Swiatek on the forehand. That one's skidding through the court really well. Flatten that one out more. Too much height on the drop shot. It's the time to hit it when you're coming forward, because your opponent's naturally going to be on their back foot waiting for an aggressive shot. Just hit that too high for Swiatek. fully committed. Good serve. She's been wanting a first serve so badly and got the short return.
This is better from Svitolina.
Starting to swing more freely. I think maybe taking the thinking away a little bit and just going after her shots, getting a little bit more clear-headed. Svitolina.
It's almost as if she's been caught betwixt and between, being overly aggressive and pressing too hard and then not doing enough.
Premier service.
It's as if she's unsure out there how to play this match.
Svitolina.
It's a good service game from 15-30, and on we go in this second set.
Svitolina mène 4 jeux à 3.
Also, tomorrow we'll have two more women's quarterfinals here, opening up the Philippe Chatrier court. The 6-seed Miller Andreeva, last year's semi-finalist, taking on one of the great stories of this year's championships, Lois Boisson, the French wildcard. And Keys against Goff, the All-American clash in that bottom section of the draw.
Reprise. Prenez vos places rapidement, s'il vous plaît, merci.
Combination of a few latecomers in the corporate seats and gusts out here. Not a day for the contact lens wearer.
No, sometimes the clay can get in your eyes. I saw the umpire was even rubbing his eyes. It's flying everywhere.
On serve after a couple of breaks in this second set.
15-0.
Too good. It's just a slight mishit from Svitolina.
30-0.
Left the ball in the middle of the court for Swiatek to get aggressive on.
And I wonder if this is the more comfortable end with with the wind behind Swiatek. It's coming from a southwesterly direction, which means it's blowing over the Lacoste stand. That's very nice. It's not a stand; it's a tribune here.
40-0.
We're going sort of from behind. Swiatek slightly left to right of the court in that sort of direction.
I feel like Svitolina, even though it's 40-15 on Swiatek's serve, her demeanor looks better to me. She looks like she's walking with a little more confidence.
Well, an hour and a quarter, isn't it? Isn't it really, if I had to get locked in here?
And when you grow in confidence, your movement gets better too. Svitolina was quicker for that return and up to that shorter ball.
Swiatek. Quatre jeux partout.
More game before we change the balls.
Let premier service.
Amazing defense, followed by a brilliant drop shot.
That's great ball striking from Svitolina.
15-0.
It's so good, too, to have a very aggressive, strong point, first point of her service game for all. Swiatek on that defense, wanting that ball just floating up, wanting to knife it a bit more, trying to keep it lower.
Let premier service. Let second service.
starting to be able to push Swiatek back now. Swiatek getting more on the defensive position.
The second quarterfinal has the potential to become very interesting.
Svitolina.
Svitolina quickly to 5-4 now in the second set.
New balls, please. Svitolina mène 5 jeux à 4.
Open might be Roland-Garros, another 10p for the charity box. It's really all about comebacks. That's a famous one 2 days ago on this court for Svitolina. So 3 match points against last year's beaten finalist Jasmine Paolini.
Been a very tight second set, and Svitolina has increased her level. Look at that forehand quality. Just the last 4 games has increased significantly, now much higher than Swiatek. Start of the match, it was below 8, that number for Svitolina. Now it's incredibly high.
Applied pressure here because she really has been on the front foot the last 20 minutes or so. It's a big miss.
Just motioning for her to take that down the line. She knows she has to go after it, though. I still like that. She's getting on top of the ball.
45.
Another error at a tough moment for Svitolina. Was in good position. Swiatek did well again to defend against a big return.
Haven't seen one of those since she was broken in the 4th game of this 2nd set.
Swiatek did well she went for that kick serve that she's been getting the advantage on, but that one, Svitolina was all over it. Another good return and good finish.
Maybe just overused that play. Being a great match player, she would have spotted it.
Good body serve. And you almost have to pick the forehand out in the body because of the spin that Swiatek put on it. It was more of a slice, so it's going to curve into you if you try and take a backhand. So that's why Svitolina tried to take the forehand, but it was just too good of a spot from Swiatek.
I'm very pleased to have that last service game in her rear-view mirror.
5 jeux partout. Wait, please. Installez-vous rapidement, s'il vous plaît, derrière les joueuses. Merci. Zéro 15.
Right off the line, such good depth from Svitolina.
That forehand gives, but it also takes away, doesn't it?
The thing is, her length is so good. You can see the way she's stringing. She knows she's trying to get it just inside the baseline, but it's tough to continue to do that over and over again. Sometimes she's overplaying it.
So to what, she's seen a lot of forehands.
She has, yeah. jumped on her a little bit. She hasn't seen many of those today. It's been rare that Svitolina's been throwing it up with that height.
Trente-40.
It breaks Svitolina for the 4th time here. And it might be the last. Swiatek will serve for it. 6-5, she leads in the second after having won the first.
Swiatek mène 6 jeux à 5.
You never know what sort of quarterfinal you're going to get. I mean, we can have blockbusters, we can have ones where someone doesn't play a particularly convincing match and smuggles their way through. I mean, you never know when we sit down in our commentary box what's in store for us.
So it makes it exciting.
Exactly.
And so much of it is about the moment too. I mean, as you get to this stage of the tournament, I mean, the tension, the pressure just goes up and up. The excitement as well, the nerves, it's all there.
And Wim's been there many times before with Kate Kleisters.
Yep.
Grand Slam title, and also with Angelique Kerber at Wimbledon. Pressure increases on the team as well. As we drift over the east side of La Coste. Actually, not La Coste. Pushes. Four-time champion, continuing her quest at this year's Roland-Garros. A really strong first point from Swiatek. She knows Svitolina is in for the fight. Always stays in every one of these matches, Svitolina. So Swiatek knows she has to be very strong in the beginning of this game. Her first ace. Must be feeling good.
It's amazing. In the previous service game, she actually hasn't had that high of her serve percentage. And what a time to throw in your first ace.
Being magnetically drawn towards the finish line here, the champion.
both of them just trying to hit harder and harder. Sometimes you see them using the pace and just redirecting, but that time both of them just trying to put more and more on every rally ball.
Feast of aces. The defending champion. Swiatek at match point now.
Septième match, Swiatek.
Grandstand finish.
Deux manches à 0.
And Swiatek moves into the last four.
Iga Swiatek.
She has built her form throughout the 4 matches. Did not come into this tournament at her usual level, but finds a way past Svitolina in 2 sets, 6-1, 7-5 in an hour.
Je vais accompagner Elina, Svitolina qui était en quart de finale.
Stopped once again at the last stage for a 5th time. Let's hope she'll be back and can one day break her last 8 hoodoo. It was a slightly strange performance, I have to say, from Svitolina.
I think the beginning, I felt like she just didn't look herself. I think as the match went on, she definitely got in a better frame of mind. It's very rare that I see her kind of get flustered so early on in a match, but Swiatek can do that too. Sometimes it's hard to find a way through Swiatek, and I think it could have been a different match if maybe Svitolina started the way she finished in the 2nd set, but Swiatek, she always has that really quick, strong start. She wants to get on top of the opponents right from the beginning, and that puts so much pressure on you at the start of matches. And she played well. It's nice to see her, for her, what she expects of herself, finding her form as the tournament goes on. That was a great match from Swiatek. Polish fans will be happy.
Yes, and they can be back with their flags on Thursday. Sit down for a scarf. Rather warm there. I'm not entirely sure if the ball was listening to Iga today. Some of the time. Let's see what she's got to say about this match. She's with Fabrice.
Mesdames et messieurs, une nouvelle ovation pour Iga qui vient de remporter sa 26e victoire consécutive à Roland-Garros. Iga, congratulations. You know Elina very well. She's a great competitor, fantastic player, and after a very comfortable start, she increased her level, but the 2nd set was fantastic. How do you feel after this victory?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I should have had better intensity in the beginning of the 2nd set because Elina is this kind of player that plays better, under pressure. So when she loses, she kind of steps up always. So, I needed to be ready for that, and I'm happy that, immediately after I saw that my intensity went low, I just, got it high again, and I wanted to be proactive and really lead in the game, and I'm happy that I did that till the end of the set.
As you said, you like to be proactive, you like to be very aggressive on the court when you return, but also on serve. You need to serve very well. That's what you did. Can you explain us the 3 aces in the last game?
I can't. Honestly, I mean, you could see that the serve was kind of weird, also because of the wind. I think we both kind of wanted to figure out how to do that, but I don't know, at the end of the set, I felt like the wind went down a little bit, so I knew I can go for it. Also, I had new balls, so, I just went all in, and I don't know, I think I served 3 lines, so I'm pretty proud of that. That doesn't happen often, so it's nice to, for sure, win some points for free.
Okay, let's talk about your semi-final, if you don't mind. You will play someone you know very well, someone you played already 12 times in the past, Aryna Sabalenka. I remember the wonderful finals you played in Madrid in 23-24. I guess you play tennis and you practice every day for this kind of matches. You must be very excited to play Aryna.
Yeah, I mean, these Madrid finals were probably one of the best, most exciting finals that I played. So against Aryna, it's always a challenge. She has a game for every surface, so I need to just focus on myself, do the work, be, brave with my shots and just go for it, For sure I'm going to prepare tactically tomorrow, but, she's been having great seasons, so I'm not going to, lie. For sure it's going to be a tough match, but I'm happy for a challenge.
Just to finish, Iga, I know there's many Polish fans on the court Philippe Chatrier, but also many are watching you back at home. A few words in Polish for your fans?
Bardzo dziękuję, że przyszliście. Kolejny dzień. Jak zwykle jesteście bardzo głośni i dopingujecie mi w każdym momencie meczu, zwłaszcza z Rybakiną. Jak byłam w tarapatach, bardzo dziękuję, że mnie wspieraliście i mam nadzieję, że zostaniemy tu do końca tygodnia.
Thank you very much, Iga, and we wish you good luck. Mesdames et messieurs, Iga Swiatek.
Well, it's only when she started speaking Polish did we figure out how many Polish fans are actually in the stadium. All of a sudden, they all piped up, didn't they?
Yeah, it's great. There's a huge Polish community here, but they follow her around everywhere. They absolutely love her. She's such a great role model for so many and carries herself on the court so well. So, it's great to see them constantly come out here and support her. They're usually very vocal too. We love hearing them in the stands, and I think Iga definitely appreciates and constantly addresses them over the course of the calendar year.
Alors,
Yeah,
a
lot of fun out there.
Qualifié pour les demi-finales.
Great finish. 3 aces from nowhere.
Incredible.
Yeah. Every match, though, has been she's had to dig in pretty hard. But she's earned herself a 13th meeting with the world number one, Aryna Sabalenka. And we'll look forward to seeing her in a couple of days' time out here on the Philippe Chatrier.